Hi guys, Kai here and welcome back to a brand new series. Today we are starting off our campaign on Football Manager 2020, and as you can see we have just taken the job of Chester. We're hoping to go as far as possible. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to go all the way with Chester, because of course we can get sacked, we can get job offers from elsewhere. We've got quite a few leagues and countries added to this save as well, so we could go abroad. That is always a possibility, and then of course we could also get any national jobs which may arise. Now I'm sure a lot of you have been playing this game already for the last couple of months or so, but this is my first main save on FM 2020, so we'll see how we get on. Hopefully there are a few new things for us to enjoy and learn. We'll see how we go. We always seem to struggle, especially when we do start off on a new game. Let's just go through all of these. We've got club vision here, club culture, a 5-year plan, so a lot of plans which the board obviously wants us to go through and achieve. Some of the importance here are required, favoured, so obviously we need to get into the first round of the FA Cup as bare minimum. I'm not sure whether we are going to be getting the sack if we don't meet those requirements, so we'll have to wait and see. But here we are then in the National League North with Chester. Hopefully we have a good time here with Chester. I decided to go with Chester because of Chester Zoo. I do like going to Chester Zoo, so we'll see how we get on here. Hopefully we can do them proud and get them into the Football League. The main aim really for this save is to obviously do well with Chester, but more importantly do well with ourselves. We're going to try and get ourselves into the Premier League, as I said, whether that's with Chester or not. We're going to try and work our way up the Football League ourselves and then hopefully into European football. That is the main aim. So let's go ahead and get started then with Chester. Obviously we've got to choose our club, our players, our tactics, the formation and all that kind of stuff. So let's see, we have the overview up right now with the tactics. Not sure what tactics to be going for. I'm feeling something, yeah, I think that's going to be okay right there. 4-2-3-1 wide, so we've got the wingers, we've got the playmaker just behind the advanced forward, and we're just going to go through these. I want more of a positive mentality here. I believe this mentality is best employed for matches in which you believe you are the stronger team but are wary of your opponent's counter-attacking threats. So that, I hope, would benefit us. Obviously we can change this, especially if we come up against any of the big teams, mainly in the cup competitions. So let's have a look at this, and this is when we've got the ball, we are in possession. Do we want to be playing narrow? I'm thinking a little bit wider. We're not going to go through these all for you straight away. If you want to see anything that I've chosen specifically, then just let me know, and then obviously I can go back and have a look and show you guys what we have chosen to go with. There is the approach play that we've gone for, the final third, and that is that. So let's get ahead and get this team started and chosen. As always, we are going to choose the first few and then we'll pick it as we do go on. Hopefully we have a little bit of money to spend here. I'm doubting that we will, because obviously we are in the Vanarama National League North, so maybe a few K to play with, maybe nothing. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we can bring in a loanee or something like that, depending if we need any areas to improve on. I'm sure there will be one or two. But as you can see right now, Matty Hughes, his contract is up or close to being up, so it is something which we need to get sorted straight away. We've got no transfer budget, but as you can see in the overall balance there, we do have 320k in the bank. So I don't think there's going to be many transfers coming in here with Chester, is there? We've got to get into the first round of the FA Cup, I believe, which was set for us. So we'll see how that goes. A couple of friendlies as well there, and then we start off the Vanarama North season against Alfreton away from home. There is the league table then for you guys to quickly have a look at. Some nice little teams in there. Hopefully we can go on and push towards promotion. I guess maybe a top 7 finish is what we should be aiming for at the very minimum. Not sure how good Chester are in the league, if I'm totally honest. Whether they are one of the top teams in this league or not, I'm not really clued on lower league football. So we'll see how we get on. Hopefully we've got some good players. We do have the interview here. This is the press conference for our new job. As always, I'm not going to bore you guys with all of those answering the questions. If you want to go through them yourselves when you do it, then go ahead and do so. We do have a new director of football though here at Chester, and it is the legendary Mark Wright, former Southampton, Derby County and Liverpool player. Derby County, obviously my local team, Derby County, so I do know who Mark Wright is. He's just been appointed the director of football at Chester, so hopefully he helps us go forward. We are going to play all of our pre-season games today, and then maybe start that Alfreton game as well in today's episode. So we'll get pre-season friendlies done and out of the way. As you can see there, we started with a nice little win, 5 goals to 3. Nice to score 5, not so nice to concede the 3. Especially when they went down to 10 men as well. Next up, we took on St Mirren, and actually, even though we did lose 3 goals to 1, I feel that that's a pretty positive performance there for the boys. Obviously, St Mirren, much better club than ourselves, but getting a goal, and some of the players doing really good there. So positive there from Chester and the players. Hopefully that's good signs going forward. Here is a quick team report then, having a look at the squad depth. Gonna have a quick look, see what kind of areas we need to improve on. I'm guessing the attacking midfielder is a position where we need to look on. Central midfield is okay for now. Left back a little bit loose there. Right back and goalkeeper are definitely areas where we need to add some kind of depth to them. We've got nobody who can cover Roberts there, and Griffiths in goalkeeping position as well. We lost the next game in pre-season, as you can see. We do have the assistant manager taking control of the friendly games. Again, I don't want to waste too much time with friendlies, so each pre-season we will be designating our assistant manager to take on the friendlies and hopefully get us some nice results. As you can see there, we've got a very nice result here, 7 goals to 1. So good bit of play there from ourselves. Wasn't really playing anybody, only up against Radcliffe, but we'll take it. 2 goals there for Elliott, a goal for Asante, Jackson and Murray, Waring and Hughes in amongst the goals there for the away team. Now, as I said, we do need to add some kind of depth here for the goalkeeping position. We're going to bring in a youngster. He's mainly for backup. Actually used to play for West Bromwich Albion, so he is going to just be for backup. He's got decent potential, so we'll see how he gets on. Hopefully he does sign, of course, and that's a substitute or backup goalkeeper for us. Then, of course, we need to try and bring somebody in that right back position. Here are the odds then. Sky Sports News odds. We are 4th in their reckoning. So, you should really expect us to finish in the top 4, wouldn't you? Sorry, top 4 or even top 7. Another win there for ourselves. Asante is looking really good so far in pre-season. As you can see at the bottom, he's got 6 goals in 5 pre-season games. 26-year-old Dutchman, and he is our best striker at the club. So say the coaches, the scout reports, and he is actually one of the favourites to be the top scorer this season in our league. Do we have any players in the top players? We do. There is George Glendon, so we'll be keeping an eye on him and Asante's stats throughout the year. And who's this? Alfie Payne, Kings Lynn, Englishman. We might actually go on and scout report this guy. He's a midfielder. Midfield is a position. Oh, he's actually on loan from Norwich City, so I can't see us bringing him in. But Bobby Biddle, he is accepted, so he is going to be our backup goalkeeper then for the season. And we do have another high scoring game here, 8 goals to 5. Again, it's great to score 8 goals, but conceding 5 is never good. 4 goals for Asante. That is absolutely fantastic. Hopefully he is going to be banging goals for us throughout the season. We've got one more game in the pre-season. We had a pretty decent pre-season, haven't we, for the friendlies. And then, of course, we will take on Alfreton to end today's episode. And then in the next episode, episode 2, we will play all of the games throughout the month. I think that's what I'm going to do. Each episode will be all the games of each month. So I'll do it month by month. So it won't be a daily series. I'm not entirely sure how often or how often the schedule will be for this series, but we'll try and get up as often as possible. So let's jump into the first game of this season. Hopefully we can start off with a victory. We are away from home, taking on Alfreton. We do have Bobby Biddle. He is our backup keeper. He'll come straight onto the sub bench for ourselves, and let's see if we can get Asante a goal as well. Let's just change him to an AP, advanced playmaker there for was it Ewan Murray. And fingers crossed we can go on and get the job done, hoping for a positive start here. With these games I will be playing you mostly highlights, maybe not all the highlights or not all of the game, because obviously it'll be kind of long-winded if you're watching every single minute of every game. But what I'm going to do once we start, I'll change it to just highlights or important highlights. I'll change up the speed as well because we don't want to go too slow. So let's just have a look. Watch in. We don't want extended highlights, so we're going to change that. Camera is fine. Key highlights, there we go. We'll update the speed a little bit, and then even faster on the text only highlights. And then I think that is about it. We don't want any replays either, so that's how I like to play it, just so we get through the games faster. And then of course, as I mentioned, we will try and skip through as much as we can. But there, we've got a goal. It's an own goal as well, but we'll take it. We are in front 1-0 then here against Alfreton. And we do have possession back, trying to get this ball forward onto this near side. Nicely played, cross comes in, and the goalkeeper, oh no, the goalkeeper didn't even get a touch there, so went out to play for a goal kick. Alfreton, they're in possession and looking to get themselves back into this game. Are they going to be able to do so? Right now it doesn't look like that's a great ball for Asante, but the goalkeeper was there to make an absolutely cracking save for the home team. And he couldn't save that one, and it is Asante. He gets himself his first goal of the season, and it was George Glendon who got the assist for that. Our two main players, I believe. So we're leading 2-0. We are into the second half, and that one's going to be cleared. Here is Murray, plays that one forward for Asante to run onto. He crosses, and the volley just rolls over the line, and Asante assisting Glendon, who gets his first goal of the season as well. So we'll just do them a quick shout out from the sidelines, just praising our players, hoping that it gives them a little bit of confidence going into the final half now. But we do concede a goal there. Alfreton back in this game. 3-1 we lead, and Alfreton back in possession. Are they going to get a second? Nicely played forward, ball over the top onto that far side, but they've lost it. And now the chance for the counter-attack. Jackson hits it, and what a goal! Brad Jackson. What an absolutely fantastic goal that is. 4-1. Currently top of the league. Can we just end the season now and get us promoted into the next league above us? Here is Asante. Tried to cross it. His cross was blocked and cleared forward here for Alfreton, looking for a second. Less than 15 minutes to play. Shot comes in, and just outside the area, Morgan Smith it was. He fires in an absolutely fantastic goal as well, matching Jackson's from earlier on. So 4-2. Looking very, very good here for the 3 points. Don't concede anymore, guys. And it's been a pretty decent start to the season. Pre-season out of the way, and it looks like we are ending today's episode with 3 points and a good victory in the opening day of the season. So let's just wait for the final whistle to blow, and there it is. So 4-2, a nice convincing victory there for Chester. Disappointing to concede 2 goals, but we got the important job done. That was the 3 points, and there you can see after game 1 we are top of the table. So guys, leave a like if you did like today's episode, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.